After an entire night of relentless bombardment, Zeus and Hera were already drenched in sweat and panting heavily. But the moment they saw a crack appear at the top of the golden pagoda, their spirits were instantly lifted. "Ha ha! It's finally breaking? I thought you were really indestructible." Zeus couldn't help but burst out laughing. Since becoming the god king of the pantheon gods, he had never struggled this much, spending an entire night blasting a single pagoda. Though the process was exhausting, the result was finally within reach. To withstand us this long, this pagoda is already impressive enough. Hera paused her attacks and began calming her breath. Though she hadn't expended as much as Zeus, she was still thoroughly drained. Now, it was finally nearing the end. "Hera! Now's our chance. Let's join forces and destroy this thing completely." Even while laughing, Zeus remained vigilant. He wouldn't feel at ease until the golden pagoda was completely shattered. "All right. Let's do it together." Hera took a deep breath and began charging her energy once more. Hundreds of black ice spears appeared behind her. Meanwhile, Zeus raised both hands high and began gathering a glowing sphere of lightning. The next moment, the two struck simultaneously, launching their combined attacks at the golden pagoda. Boom! 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 With a series of deafening explosions, the golden pagoda began to shake violently. Its internal energy had already been exhausted. Now it was purely relying on the tower's material strength to hold out. Zeus and Hera's combined assault caused several more cracks to appear on the tower. This only made them more aggressive, ignoring their own depletion as they launched a frenzy of attacks. In their eyes, once the pagoda was destroyed, the monks inside would be powerless to resist. As for Dustin, it was rumored that he had been seriously injured during the last battle with Poseidon, making it impossible for him to pose any threat. So they attacked without restraint. At that moment, in the rear courtyard of the ancient temple, Margaret sat in meditation, her face pale, blood trickling from the corner of her mouth. The 7-treasure glazed pagoda was her life-bound artifact. If the tower was damaged, she would be injured along with it. She had held out this long, but she was already at her limit. The power of God King Zeus and God King Hera was overwhelming. Especially when they teamed up, the damage to the 7-treasure glazed pagoda was multiplied many times over. No matter how powerful a magic artifact was, it couldn't completely defend against the attacks of 2 top-tier ultimate grandmasters. Boom! 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 The deafening blast outside continued. The 7-treasure glazed pagoda shook more and more violently. Cracks on the top grew in number and began spreading downward. Margaret coughed up another mouthful of blood, her face growing even paler. "Dustin, if you don't finish absorbing soon, both of us are going to die here," she thought anxiously, helplessly. From start to finish, the key to victory had never been in her hands. All she could do was give her all, and leave the rest to fate. "Your Highness! The tower is about to break. Please hide in the secret chamber." Just then, several female bodyguards rushed into the courtyard, trying to persuade her to seek shelter. "It's no use. Once the pagoda breaks, the secret chamber won't protect me either." Margaret shook her head. She knew very well, with Zeus's divine sense, there was no way she could escape from Sunset Mountain. Even if she hid in the secret chamber, it would only mask her presence for a short time. Ultimately, it wouldn't change the outcome, because once Zeus couldn't find the master controlling the pagoda, he would definitely destroy the entire mountain. For a top-tier ultimate grandmaster, leveling a mountain wasn't difficult, just a matter of effort. If that happened, not only would she be unable to protect herself, but she'd also drag down Dustin, who was still absorbing Dragon Source energy. She still wanted to try. There might still be a sliver of hope. "Your Highness! Let us escort you out through the back gate. Even if it costs our lives, we will ensure your safe escape down the mountain," the lead bodyguard said determinedly. "I know you are loyal, but I can't leave now. If I leave, Dustin will surely die. I must buy him more time." Margaret refused once more. "Your Highness, please! You're being foolish. How could Dustin's life be more important than yours?" The bodyguard leader grew anxious. "You're wrong. Dustin's life is far more important than mine." Margaret smiled faintly, her eyes calm. "The Celestial Observatory once divined his fate. He carries great destiny and bears a rare, powerful life star. A single thought from him can determine the rise or fall of the Dragon Marsh. If I die, nothing in Dragon Marsh will really change. At most, one less irrelevant person. But if Dustin dies, 90% of Dragon Marsh's national fortune will be severed. The future will fall into chaos, war will erupt across the land, and countless innocents will be displaced. She paused, then spoke with firm resolve. So no matter what happens, even if it costs me my life, I must protect Dustin.
And just can't accept it. This can't be the end yet. You promised to never leave, and now you're gone. Can't believe I can feel the world slipping away as you slowly fade from my everyday. You promised forever a love without end, but now I'm left broken, struggling to mend. I thought we were so tied, destined for a lifetime. Love with no end, love with no end. Staying in my imagination, memorizing the past time, the secrets, the love, the care. Now they're echoes in the air. I still see your face in every place, feel your warmth, your gentle grace. But now there's just an empty space, and I'm lost in this endless chase. Keeping you in my heart, a piece of you I'll never let go.